windup. Fastball hit deep to right. It could be it. Way back there. Holy cow. Fight for that ball out there. Holy cow. What a shot.
Axel winds and fires. Big Mac swing and a shot into the corner. It might make it. There it is. 62, folks. It just got over the left field wall in the corner. And we have a new home run champion.
Hi again on a fat, historic sports center, back in the house with Rich Eisen. I am Stuart Scott.
Coming up, there's a new top dog in Cleveland, and I think that's all the other news we have. All season long, Mark McGwire lamented how he led SportsCenter every night. So just what he always wanted, Stuart, an entire show dedicated to him and his Mauritian feet.
Yeah, we also get to say goodbye to our nightly graphic to see if McGwire is still on pace. Instantly, Mark Grace became a hyper little kid. As Mark McGwire rounded first after homer number 61, Grace put up his forearm and Big Mac bashed it on the way by. Said Gracie, "I just did what a million people wanted to do, be the first guy to give him a bang there." It was just one image among dozens, including Mike's heartfelt hug of his son and salute to the Maris family that will be forever etched into our minds. And encore? Well, there's the whole matter of breaking the record. Here we go. Cubs, Cardinals, 36 years, 11 months, 8 days after Roger Maris hit number 61. McGwire and Sosa hoping to hit one out on the same day for the 21st time this year. That's where number 61 landed Monday. Everybody hoping for 62. Before the game, McGwire shaking hands with St. Louis legend and Hall of Famer Stan the Man. The family of Roger Maris grateful that their dad's mark is threatened by a class act. Tony La Russa at the game despite attending his mother's funeral earlier in the day. Top one, Sammy Sosa facing Kent Mercker, and Sosa been doing work all year. Hey, forget the 58 homers. Sosa's hitting .313 with an NL high 140 RBI. Cubs scored 2 in the inning. They're up 2-zip. Bottom one, McGwire's first at bat. Stuck at 61 homers. His son Matt looking on. But McGwire grounds harmlessly to Jose Hernandez, who throws him out at first. Still 2-zip Cubs. McGwire would have to wait. Home plate umpire Steve Ripley brings out specially marked balls for the occasion. Bottom four, Mark McGwire, 61, money time.
Axel winds and fires. Big Mac swing and a shot into the corner. It might make it. There it is. 62, folks. It just got over the left field wall in the corner. And we have a new home run champion. A new Sultan of SWAT. It's Mark McGwire. He touches them all. Unbelievable.
341 feet, ironically his shortest home run of the year. Gary Gaetti, who got a hug from the third base, the former Cardinal. Gary said he wanted to give me a hug, so I couldn't refuse. The guy doesn't know his own strength. He almost broke my back. McGwire ecstatic. Picks up his son Matthew. And that's just the first time he picked it up. He had to give his son another hug. Great moment. Does not want to let go. That's what it's all about. And then Sosa comes in from the outfield. And look what they do. First, they got to do the Cardinals' home run celebration. And then they got to do Sosa's home run celebration. These guys, fueled on by each other, they probably couldn't have done it without each other. McGwire jumps into the crowd, embraces the family of Roger Maris, whose record he broke, and then he took the mic.
I truly believe in fate after what's happened this weekend. I dedicated this home run to the whole city of St. Louis and all the fans here. Thank you for all the support. It's unbelievable.
Take another look. The flash bulbs go off. McGwire didn't know it was out. That's why he was racing down the first base line. The pitcher, Steve Traxel. As 50,000 people celebrated, he stood lonely on the mound. He said later, there was nothing cool about it. About the only person who didn't want to see McGwire break the record, a guy named Orv Kelly from Fargo, North Dakota, Maris' hometown. His comment after the game, well, that takes care of that. Orv, get over it, all right? History. Cardinals win the game 6-3. I mean, what do you say? That the Cubs lost a game that has wild card implications? You could, but with all due respect to Chicago, let's take this time to talk about McGwire. 62 home runs in 145 games, a new record. 341 feet, This is from a guy who hit 5 this year over 500 feet. Roger Maris broke Babe Ruth's record 15 years after Ruth died. McGwire breaks Maris's record 15 years after Maris dies. So for the record, here we go. Mark McGwire's name now sits atop Major League Baseball's single-season home run list, 62 and counting in 1998, followed by Maris's 61 and 61. Ruth hit his 60 in 1927. Ruth hit 59 in 1921. There's Sammy, 58 and counting. After the game, a very emotional ceremony at Busch Stadium.
This is a great evening for Cardinals and all of baseball. Now let's greet our Major League Baseball's new single-season home run leader, Mr. Mark McGwire.
Mr. McGwire, I think I have something that belongs to you.
When I touched this bat tonight before the game, I knew tonight was going to be the night. And I can honestly now say I can rest my bat alongside Roger Maris's bat in the Hall of Fame, and I'm damn proud of it. To all the Marises for being so kind, supportive, and understanding the true feeling that their father is in my heart. This night is historical, and when I drove to the ballpark today, I honestly and truly wanted to hit it for the city.
So what's next for Big Mac? A career home run mark? He still has a long way to go, but check this out. The Babe and Hammer and Hank had some of their most prolific home run hitting years after they turned 35. Big Mac turns 35 in October. Unbelievable. You saw the kid who got the ball? He said, hey, I couldn't keep it. It's not mine to begin with. McGwire just lost it, and I brought it home. I'm just a regular Joe. More historic perspective from Peter Gammons and Dave Campbell. More on everything concerning McGwire later on in the show and right now with Rich.
Hi. In breaking Roger Maris's record, Mark McGwire hit 5 miles of home runs. That's what you get when you add his 62 homers, one on top of the other. Actually, you get 4.95 miles, but you get the point. He chased history with such breathtaking grandeur. Perhaps homer number 55 sums it up best. A 501-foot blast off of Dennis Martinez, the shortest of McGwire's 500-foot home runs this season. The man hit so many that far that we could begin categorizing which tape measure shots were his shortest. Yes, it's been special following Mark McGwire, and the special feelings flowed all night in St. Louis. Jeremy Schaap was fortunate enough to be there.
When Mark McGwire simultaneously hit his biggest and shortest home run of the year, he shared the moment with his teammates, with his rival, with his family, with the family of the man whose record he broke, and clearly with a nation spellbound by his quest and his conquest.
The whole country has been involved in this, I think, since after the All-Star break, and it's just, you know, people have been saying it's bringing the country together. So be it. I'm happy to bring the country together.
Number 62 traveled only 341 feet, barely clearing the left field fence, but it was long enough and high enough to give McGwire the most glamorous record in sport, and to unite him with Roger Maris, Babe Ruth, and Ned Williamson as the only men to hold the record in the 20th century.
I'm almost speechless. I mean, it's I've been talking about this since January, and I get to 61. It's one swing away, and then next thing you know, I hit a ball that all of a sudden just disappeared on me.
62 went out with a bang. For the record, in the 4th inning of the Cardinals' 145th game of the season, on the first pitch of McGwire's second at bat, a fastball delivered and then destroyed at 8:18 Central Daylight Time.
Well, when I hit the ball, I saw it was on a line drive, and I thought I was going to hit the wall, and next thing you know, it disappeared, and I looked up, and Dave McKay was jumping up, and sort of like missed one big thing, touch first base.
I probably had one of the best views there was, and but it's not much of a consolation right now, this moment.
They pulled out Roger's bat that when he hit his 61st home run, and I touched it. I touched it with my heart. Now I can honestly say that my bat will lie next to his, and I'm damn proud of it.
The record McGwire now possesses has proved to be one of the most durable in sports. The three men who had previously held it in the last 114 years each held it for at least 35 years. This could be the beginning of a very long reign. In St. Louis, Jeremy Schaap, ESPN.
Jeremy, thank you very much. Before McGwire's recent barrage, the best four-year home run frequency in the history of baseball belonged, of course, to the Babe, who swatted one out every 10 at-bats from 1926 through 1929. Since 1995, Big Mac's home run per at-bat ratio blows the Babe out of the water, one every 8.2 ABs, far and away the best amongst his peers.
Still ahead, it is what makes Mark McGwire so remarkable. This 6'5", 250-pound guy is so human. Instead of the choreographed, stylistic home run trot, he's celebrating with first base coach Dave McKay so hard he has to awkwardly go back to touch first base. A little goofy? Sure. Lovable because any of us would have done it? Absolutely. Also ahead, more baseball stuff. With the Cubs lost, the Mets could take over the the wild card lead. And the Angels trying to stay up in the McGwire West. The AL West. McGwire Center coming back.